May I say thank you? I meant to ask him this. He doesn't really like it when I talk about him. But during Vacation Bible School, Roman was my legs. Invariably in a 4-story church, what I needed was somewhere else. And so he would go get it for me. When I didn't plan enough activities to fill the time, he came up with activities to fill the time. And when I needed things hauled outside for water activities, he did all of that for me. So thank you very much for your help. Also, thank you to Tyler, who has helped us with music appropriate to the theme of our VBS. And thanks to Melissa and Andrea for the beautiful music today. Also, a special thanks to Carolyn, my note taker, my right hand, Carolyn and Donna. Everybody cleaned in the kitchen, but especially Carolyn and Donna cooked Saturday breakfast and cleaned up. So thank you so much. I will submit a Chimes article with more information. Okay, back to you. Can you tell us your name, please?
Roman.
Thank you. Have you always attended Westminster, or have you visited other churches?
Only Westminster.
Okay. So, you had been to grandparent camp with me at Heartland Park, but as I said, this was the first time for these kids. I was so glad they were all able to go at the same time to Heartland Church Camp, an overnight, away from home camp experience. Can you tell us 2 or 3 things you really liked about camp and you were glad you went and got a chance to experience?
Well, they had a really big pool with a couple of slides, and I got to cook breakfast and dinner one night.
Yeah, it was a surprise to his mom and to me and to him. He wasn't in a regular cabin with air conditioning. He did not go up to the dining hall with air conditioning every day. He was part of the older kids' horse camp, and yeah, they cooked their own meals and stayed down away from the regular camp. Yeah. Can you think of a couple of things that challenged you?
Well, one day it rained early in the morning, and some of the logs were wet, and we didn't get breakfast until like 10.
Yeah, they didn't get their breakfast cooked till like 10. Any other challenges you faced?
They had like this rock wall, and I made it halfway up, and then I looked down and I'm normally scared of heights, so even just going on it for me it was a lot.
Yeah, they have several kinds of climbing things for the kids to do. One of them is a stationary thing, and I think that's what they used at camp. At the traveling camp, they have one you can go up inside, and then when they harness you up and you can go outside. So it's a challenging for some of these kids. How did you feel supported at camp?
Actually, when you came, it was nice to see a familiar face, and you helped me. You helped me with stuff, and you kept me, and gave me the calmness.
Thank you. Margaret was there. We kind of structured it so they would see a familiar face. Margaret was there all week. I went back and forth on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. Did you do anything or hear anything that you thought would be good to share? We didn't know we were going to do this, but do anything or hear anything you thought would be good to share with people at Westminster while you were there?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't.
If something comes to you, raise your hand. We'll bring you back up. Thanks, Roman. Or Ryder, Roman. Thanks, Roman. Zach, I'm going to pick on you next. While Zach is coming up, stay standing. I pick on Zach here. I'll stand up too. While Zach is coming up, I want you all to know that the Presbytery of Northern Kansas supports kids by sending part of their camp fee. Westminster Church has a fund that supports them by sending part of their camp fee. And of course, their grown-ups support them by sending part of their camp fee. So we want to say thank you. So the front of Zach's shirt, this was the shirt they gave out for free. It says Wonder, and their theme was from 1 Corinthians, verse 2, chapter 9. No eye hath seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. Thank you, Zach. Go ahead and sit down. I have the exact same questions for Zach. I hope they're awake now. What is your name?
Zach.
Have you always attended Westminster, or have you attended another church?
There's one other church I went to a long time ago, but now I go here.
Super. And can you tell me 2 or 3 things you enjoyed about your camp experience at Heartland?
One of them was swimming, and the other them was the giant swing.
Yeah, I didn't see the giant swing. I missed that one. I will tell you, the pool there are actually 2 of them. There's the old school jump-in pool. They also have a newer, what I assume is a newer version where you can walk in. It's a zero entry pool for younger kids. They are currently fundraising to build new dressing rooms and new bathrooms at the pool. So you might want to consider that. So you enjoyed the pool and the giant swing, which I missed. Can you think of a couple of things that challenged you at camp? Things that were new to you, that you were a little unsure of, but you powered through?
One of them was meeting other kids. And one time when I was riding the horse, I was bit by a horsefly.
Ouch. Thanks for sharing that. How did you feel supported at camp? Roman asked me not to say this, but was there a time where you felt God spoke to you, or God spoke to you through other people, a counselor or the director or a horsefly?
By having company around others.
Okay, so growing in your experience of faith and fellowship. All right. Do you think of it, did you do anything or hear anything that you thought you might want to share with the people at Westminster?
No.
Okay, that's honest. Thank you, Zach. Ryder, I'm going to pick on you now. And what is your name, sir?
Ryder.
You may have to sit up a little more.
Sandra, you have to be closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Have you always attended Westminster, or have you visited other churches?
I've only attended Westminster.
Okay. Can you tell us 2 or 3 things you enjoyed about camp? They actually told me a couple of them that they would like to go back. So,
Lake day, swimming, and hatchet throwing.
yeah, you have to be a certain age to do hatchet throwing. When we went to grandparent camp, Roman could, Ryder could not. So this year he was old enough to do it. Can you tell me a little more about the lake experience?
The lake experience, they had paddle boards and kayaks, and when it was like your turn to go up to the pavilion for like rest time, they had hammocks.
Like the hammocks. So they actually piled in a bus and went somewhere else, I don't know where, but to the lake. So they had the pool on site, and they had the lake experience as well. Any other thing you liked about camp? I may have interrupted you.
No.
Did you make any friends?
I made a couple new friends.
Me and Zach did say they were together in the same camp, in the same cabin, so they made some new friends. Can you tell me how you felt supported at camp?
At one of the camp meetings, I forgot what it was called, but there was this firefly that just stayed with me the entire time. And whenever I would close my hand and then reopen it,
the little light on his light sack would light up. So that just reminded me of there's light everywhere in the world.
There's light everywhere in the world. Thank you, thank you. Zach, I know what challenge we were going to talk about. They had to hike up this huge hill every time they went up to lunch. And then I found out this morning, Amelia's going to tell us more about this. There's another hill behind that with a cross on it where they hiked up one night. So as an adult, I felt that challenge every time I went up the hill to eat. Okay, Ryder, last question here. Did you hear anything or do anything that you would like to share with other people at Westminster that maybe I didn't ask you about?
No?
Okay, if you think of something, raise your hand. I'm so glad Amelia wore happy polka dots today. They're my favorite. Okay, and what is your name?
Amelia.
Amelia. Have you always attended Westminster or have you visited other churches?
I visited one time my sister's and probably like multiple, but in the past now I only go to this church now. But in the past I went to my other grandma's church.
Sure. Okay. So, what were 2 or 3 things you really liked about camp that might encourage you to go back?
Well, making friends and the Bible. I like talking about it and pretty much it is fun and I made a lot of new friends, so.
I loved it. I said hi to Amelia in the breakfast room when I went, but then every time I would see her at an activity, she would wave to me. I loved seeing you there, and I loved seeing the smile on your face. Thank you so much. Were there any things that challenged you at camp, things you might have felt a little anxious about before you went, but you were able to power through?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you to tell us to share a little bit about the time that you went up the second hill to the cross on the hill. Was it at night?
No.
What? I thought you saw something that you were going to tell us about. The stars and the planets.
Oh, yeah. We went up at night to the big cross, and we went and see all the big stars, planets, and a moon.
And the moon. Can you name a planet or 2 that you saw? I'm jealous. There's too much light pollution in Topeka. Can you name a planet or 2 you saw?
There was Venus and Mercury.
Venus and Mercury. I thought she said Jupiter as well. Super.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else that you want to share about your experience at Heartland Camp?
No.
Okay. I appreciate you all talking with us today. I want to say a special... And I want to say a special thanks to Aaron for taking care of the candles for us today. If I didn't say that already, Aaron, thank you so much.